Thank you for joining us for the Barbados Today afternoon news for Wednesday, December 6. I am Mary-Claire Williams. President of the National Union of Public Workers, Akanni McDowall, is hinting that the union could reach a deal on pay increase for public workers before Christmas. The Ministry of Civil Service has called a meeting with the NUPW for December 13 to resume talks which stalled in July. McDowall says in their last correspondence to the ministry back in October, the NUPW stated that they would not return to the bargaining table if government is not prepared to budge from their position of a 0% increase. Therefore, he says he is optimistic ahead of next week's talks.
We don't believe that the ministry will call us will restart negotiations unless they have something to say. So the union's position was very clear. We are not going to engage the meaningless discussions around salary negotiations. So we have indicated to them that we would like to restart salary negotiations, and they have agreed that we can continue salary negotiations. So based on that, my interpretation is that they will have something that they will be willing to offer. We can't continue to just have discussions for having discussions. We need to make sure that whatever discussions we are having are as meaningful as possible.
Canada says it will focus on the most vulnerable members of society as it seeks to help the region rebuild from the destruction caused by this year's hurricanes. At last month's CARICOM UN High-Level Pledging Conference in New York, Canada pledged $100 million to support reconstruction efforts in the region over the next 5 years. High Commissioner Marie Legault told a poverty assessment workshop this morning that her country's contribution will help the most affected to rebuild more resilient communities.
We will pay particular attention to essential services like electricity, health, education, improving disaster risk management and emergency preparedness practices, and of course we will support the role of women as leaders in reconstruction and adopting climate adaptation measures at the community level. Just to give you another example of why women are so important, why it is important to make sure that women have the place they need to have. In 2015, at the third UN World Conference on disaster risk reduction that took place in Japan, there was a framework, as you might know, that was put in place. It's called the Sendai framework. And the gender dimension in DDR and inclusiveness was clearly put in place, or clearly mentioned. The framework emphasizes that women and their participation is critical to effectively managing disaster risk and implementing policies, plans, and programs.
She added that women are more likely to be disproportionately affected by disasters, including loss of livelihoods, gender-based violence, and loss of life.
Research on natural disasters from 141 countries demonstrates that lower life expectancy for women impacted by catastrophic events. Women and children, especially girls, are 14 times more likely to die than men during natural disasters. If that's not a data that is very telling, it tells us why we need to put women at the center of those policy decisions and programs, actually. 14 times more likely to die. And of course, as I said, when there's disasters, there's chaos, and women and girls are definitely more likely to be victims of domestic and sexual violence in post-disaster situations.
Police are seeking the public's assistance in finding missing St. Lucie man Richard DeCourcy Rollock. The 44-year-old was last seen about 9 o'clock on Monday morning at the Cheapside terminal waiting for a bus home. At the time, he was wearing black trousers, a dark-colored Hawaiian print shirt, tan sandals, and carried a blue haversack. Rollock is 6 feet tall, slim, dark, and his hair is black and gray, and he wears it in an afro. He is known to frequent the Half Moon Fort and Moontown St. Lucie areas. Police are asking anyone with information relating to the whereabouts of Richard Rollock to contact the District E police station at 419-1730 or 419-1731. You can also contact the police emergency number 211 or the nearest police station.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Thank you for staying with us. We're back with news from the region. St. Lucia says it has given assurance to the European Union that it is prepared to work to address concerns that led to Castries being included on a list of global tax havens. St. Lucia is among 4 Caribbean countries on the list, which was published yesterday. Prime Minister Alan Chasney says the EU contacted his government a few weeks ago to ask whether they would agree to abolish or amend the current International Business Corporation legislation. Chasney says he has requested details as to what specifically are their concerns. However, he added that he is willing to work with them in an attempt to satisfy both sides. Barbados, Grenada and Trinidad and Tobago have also been blacklisted. And further afield, a man has appeared in court in Britain accused of plotting to kill Prime Minister Theresa May. The prosecution claims the plan included a suicide vest, pepper spray and a knife, as we hear in this Reuters report.
Arriving at court, police sirens blaring, the man accused of plotting to kill Britain's Prime Minister. 20-year-old Naeem El-Rahman has been charged with preparing to commit acts of terrorism. Prosecutors claim he planned to detonate an improvised explosive device at the gates of Downing Street, hoping to access Theresa May's office in the ensuing chaos to kill her. The court was told that part of the alleged plan involved a suicide vest, pepper spray and a knife. The prosecution says Rahman was found with 2 improvised explosive devices on him when arrested by armed police in London last week. Another man, Mohammed Imran, also appeared in court. He's also been charged with terror-related crimes and stands accused of trying to join Islamic State in Libya. Neither defendant applied for bail, with the next court date set for December the 20th. Downing Street is the heavily guarded official residence of British Prime Ministers. A gate at the end of the street prevents the public from gaining access. The alleged plot comes amid a heightened state of security. Britain has faced 4 attacks this year alone, killing 36 people.
And finally, investigators in Malta say they believe a man charged with murdering an anti-corruption journalist set off the car bomb via SMS from a cabin cruiser out at sea. 3 men were charged yesterday over the death of Daphne Caruana Galizia, whose car was blown up as she drove out of her home on October 16. The 3 accused have all pleaded not guilty. Galizia wrote a popular blog which highlighted cases of alleged graft and targeted politicians in government, including the Prime Minister Joseph Muscat and the opposition. That's news this afternoon. Remember, you can get more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also find us on Mix 96.9 FM. I am Marie Claire Williams. Good afternoon.